The incredible story of the World Cup, glory, controversy, and rebellion. Before we continue, please stop and subscribe, like and comment on the video. It began as a dream. A Frenchman named Jules Rimet had one bold idea: to unite the world with a ball. In 1930, that dream became reality. 13 nations crossed oceans and borders to Uruguay for the very first FIFA World Cup. But even then, the storm was brewing. Most European nations refused to travel, some boycotted entirely. Still, Uruguay lifted the trophy on home soil, and history had begun. 4 years later, the tournament moved to Italy, and football became a tool of power. Benito Mussolini used the 1934 World Cup to showcase fascist pride. Italy won it twice, in 1934 and 1938, but controversy shadowed their victories. Accusations of bribed referees, political pressure, and manipulated outcomes haunted those wins. South American giants like Uruguay and Argentina? They didn't show. They refused to participate in a European affair that already felt rigged. Then came the silence. World War II erupted. Football stopped. No World Cup in 1942. None in 1946. Bombs replaced balls. Soldiers replaced players. The world was at war. But even through the devastation, the memory of the game survived. In 1950, the world tried again. Brazil hosted the tournament in a brand new 200,000-seat stadium, the Maracanã. They reached the final match. One more win, and they'd be champions. But Uruguay had other plans. In front of a stunned nation, they pulled off the impossible. Brazil lost 2-1. The Maracanazo left a scar so deep, players disappeared, fans wept in silence, and Brazil changed their entire football culture. As football grew, so did injustice. In 1966, FIFA told African nations to fight for one World Cup spot against Asia and Oceania combined. All 31 African countries stood up and walked out. A total boycott. No Africa, no World Cup. Their voice was heard. By 1970, Africa had a guaranteed spot, forever changing the map of global football. But while politics played out in boardrooms, legends were being born on the pitch. In 1958, a skinny 17-year-old named Pelé scored a hat-trick in the semi-final and 2 more in the final. Brazil had their first title. 12 years later, Pelé won his third. Brazil's 1970 squad is still hailed as the most beautiful team ever to play the game. They didn't just win. They danced. Then came Diego Maradona. Mexico, 1986. In one half of football, he gave the world both sin and salvation. First, the infamous hand of God. Then, the goal of the century. He weaved past 5 English players, outran them, outplayed them, and scored. Argentina were champions again. Maradona was both villain and hero in one breath. The game was changing. In 1998, France hosted and won the cup. Their team, a mix of African, Arab, and European heritage, became a symbol of multicultural unity. Zidane, the son of Algerian immigrants, scored twice in the final. France danced in the streets. But behind the joy, Europe wrestled with identity and inclusion. The 21st century brought new hosts. 2002, South Korea and Japan. 2010, South Africa history made. The first African World Cup. A moment bigger than sport. Nelson Mandela smiled. The continent roared. Shakira's Waka Waka played in every corner of the world. Spain won, but Africa celebrated its moment under the sun. 2014, Brazil hosted again. The ghosts of 1950 were ready for redemption. But then, disaster. Germany destroyed Brazil 7-1 in the semifinal. It wasn't just a loss. It was humiliation. Brazil cried. Again. Football showed its cruel side. But revenge wasn't far. In 2018, France returned to the top. Led by a teenager named Kylian Mbappé, they dazzled the world. Fast, fearless, French. they won it all, and a new generation of fans was born. Then came Qatar 2022. A tournament clouded in controversy. Human rights, stadium deaths, politics. But on the pitch, magic unfolded. Argentina vs France. Messi vs Mbappe. Goals, drama, penalties. The final was a masterpiece. Messi finally lifted the World Cup, his last, his greatest. The boy who carried Argentina for 15 years had his crown. But behind the glory, the World Cup has always been more than football. It's been boycotted, politicized, controlled. It's been used by dictators and fought over by nations. Countries refused to show up. Others fought for their right to play. From Africa's 1966 boycott to Uruguay's refusal to defend their title in 1934, the Cup has been shaped by protest as much as by passion. And yet, despite everything war, corruption, inequality, the World Cup remains the one moment every 4 years when the world stops to watch a ball roll. It's the stage where legends are born, where underdogs rise, where tears fall and history is written in boots and sweat. This is the World Cup. Not just a game. A mirror of the world. Its flaws, its fights, its triumphs, and its unbreakable hope. Because when the whistle blows, and the ball kicks off, every child, every country, every heart beats the same. And the next chapter is only a few years away. Who do you think will win the next World Cup? Let us know in the comments section. Also like and share the video for others to see.